taking off like a Boeing. If the volume spikes, then it's time to trade. Mighty 90 setting up, it's time to get paid. Navigation trading on the mic, time to get focused. We don't need any indicator, hocus pocus. It's all about the price, just watch it move. Manage your risks so you don't lose. First hour of trading is all we need. Focus on the patience and forget about greed.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's day trading live stream for Wednesday, April 8th. How's everybody doing this morning? Big move, pre-market, after-market, potential, supposed deal with Iran. Real quick, just want to make sure my audio video is good. I'm on my home computer today, and just want to make sure my audio is good. You guys hear me? Okay. All right, so we got the S&P futures up 179 points, which is 2.7%. We've got the NASDAQ futures up 855, which is 3.5%. Russell up 3.5%. Dow up 2.75. Gold's up 3%. Silver up 7.5%. Kind of wild how gold and silver are moving with stocks here, and they have been. Notes and bonds are up. 10-year yield down 2%. Oil down 18%, back below $93 per barrel. Let's see. Natural gas is down 5%. Soybeans, wheat, and corn all down. Wheat's down 3%. Corn's down 1%. Euro and the pound are both up. Euro's up 1%. Pound's up 1.6%. And Bitcoin's up over 5%, back above 72,000. VIX getting annihilated, down 22%, back in the 20 handle, 20.13 is the reading. So my plan today, I posted in the today's plan channel. I'm going to pause my early BICs, no 1 DTE. We'll see what I can get from Elmo's potentially. Directional day trading, obviously, and then on the time machines, I posted in the Transformer channel. I'm going to be a little bit cautious. I'm not going to do anything right at the open. Remember, if this agreement doesn't fall apart for some reason, we're probably going to see some continued vol crush, which is not a favorable environment for double calendars. So you got to stay nimble. And try to pick your spots. Now, FYI, the flux capacitor monitor tool, it's we're trying to get a fix. It's something kind of got snagged on the data feed overnight, and so it's not displaying correctly. So hopefully that gets fixed here quickly. But I will. I'll potentially take one today, but I'm just gonna let things open up and kind of watch. And when you get a big overnight move like that, I just like to be a little bit patient at the open. There's the bell. Biggest movers, I've got 5 red stocks. Kroger is down 6%. Halliburton, of course, is down 6%. Verizon's down 2%. Costco's down 1%. Walmart is a little bit red. Biggest green, Delta Airlines is up 12%. Did they have earnings? Oh yeah, they had earnings. Okay. So Delta's up 12 on earnings. SanDisk is up 11. All the quantum names are up big. Apparently the quantum computing doesn't like war, I guess. A lot of big moves up in chips. MU's up 9%. Real quick, I'm going to sell some puts in Nebius to get back into that on my wheel portfolio. Yes, it is up big, but I do want to get in something because my anticipation is this could potentially continue. I'm going to do the 37 DTE 115 puts. Get that posted. Okay. Yeah, I was curious why you held those DCs overnight, Watson. Did you think it was going to be, you didn't think there was going to be a move? Gotcha. Bitcoin pushed up to its overnight high and it's kind of rejecting right now. Getting a little weakness right at the open. Everything's kind of coming down a little bit. Netflix is red. AVGO is pumping. So AVGO definitely showing the most relative strength here, pushing up above its pre-market highs. I'm going to load up some 2 DTE AVGO calls. I would do the 355s if I take it.
meeting is being recorded.
Actually like Intel a lot here. Let's see if we get some sort of
AVGO kind of pulled back below its pre-market high now. Indices trying to bounce. Google coming down. Microsoft still coming down. Bitcoin still coming down. Yeah, Dark Avenger, thanks for asking about the tree. Most importantly, my tree. Yeah, I had a guy come over and do a bunch of chainsawing yesterday, so cleared my road. Still a lot of trees down though, so still got some work to do. MSTR coming down hard. Intel is strong. It's above pre-market highs. I'm going to load up some Intel calls. Two DTE Intel calls, 56 strike. If I take it.
breaks underneath his 5-minute low. So 6. And this is going to be our pullback long area if we can hold this 5-minute range. So for this
AVGO couldn't hold. It's falling. Indices back down. Apple coming down near previous day high. A lot of weakness at the open here. Nvidia coming down below pre-market lows. Keeping an eye on Intel. If it pops back above pre-market highs, scoping out the 56 calls in Intel. Want to take Intel? Filled at 146.
Q buyer stepping in, INCC buyer stepping in there off the replay.
Need to push through highs here, Intel. Definitely showing the most relative strength here. So if we get the indices to bounce here, I would think it would fly. There's a push.
In terms of strength, you can see Intel, the only one that actually
I'll put a first profit target at $1.65 in Intel. Filled on one lot. There we go. Filled. Beautiful. Beautiful start to this beautiful morning. I'll scale out of some more to $1.85. PLTR coming down hard. MSTR coming down hard. S&P, Russell, NASDAQ trying to bounce a little bit. AVGO gave it up. It didn't hold at all. Intel's pushing. Let's go. INTC. Say it with me. INTC. Who's with me? General Zod. All right. Got one. Is that it? Is it just me and you, General? Guess so. Nobody else likes money. There's 185 hit. Everybody else hates money here.
Yeah, now you can see Intel, this one pushing up very aggressively off that replay.
Where's the video? Asks Fast 5731. What video would that be, Fast? You have to give me a little bit more information. I'm not sure what video you're asking for. Oh, Intel's inside. You know, it's always inside the computer. There's no video. Indices staying weak. Little bounce. Looks like the flux capacitor is back in action. Oh, a meme. Okay, thanks, Dark Avenger. That for clarifying. Yeah, meme. We need an Intel meme. I don't know. I don't have one of those. You wanted like a Rick meme for my Intel trade is what you're looking for. I see. Now I'm tracking with you now, Fast. Okay, now we're getting a little bounce. Now we're getting a little action. All right, so Intel, I've got hit 2 profit targets. I've got 5 lots left. Try to shed another 3 at 205. Intel's up 7.5% now. Beautiful relative strength play right off the pre-market highs. Just textbook, kids, textbook. Filled. Intel hit 205. I've got 2 lots left. Daedalus, do you have the little auto toggle on top? Intel still creeping higher. Indices still bouncing. Bitcoin's starting to bounce. Am I correct on that, Joseph T? Looks like it's good, right? Starting to update. Cool. Joseph T's the man. Joseph T is the man. You guys don't even know. Joseph T was working on this thing on Easter Sunday. Easter Sunday! Just locked in, making the flux capacitor do what it does. Django, it's in the Transformer Resources channel. All right, Intel. How much does Intel have left? I mean, the indices are still acting weak. If they start to really get strong, might have more. Nasdaq still up over 3%. Russell still up over 3.5%. S&DK is at 12.5%. It hit 807.99. I always thought SanDisk was just like those little thumb drives that you put in your computer to transfer information. It's an $808 stock now. I know they do more than that, but that's all I knew them for. PLTR still dropping, about to go red. PLTR wanted the war to keep going. Indices new lows. Intel still holding. Little tiny pause. Did anybody put a double calendar on at the open? Curious if it's doing well with this little dip. I'm glad you restrained yourself, Watson. I'm glad you restrained yourself. I'm going to go ahead and model up a couple so I can watch them while we're just holding a Intel runner. Definitely going to stick to a little bit longer duration. Let's model up a 912 here. Chips are acting weak. Oh man, the 12-day options are 25 strikes wide, 25-point wide strikes. Can't even you can't even do anything unless you pick a 25 wider. Let's see. The option market wasn't ready for this move. Hasn't filled in the strikes yet. I guess I got to go 68.25 on the call side. Intel still holding. Indices, let's see. Yeah, S&P and NASDAQ right at pre-market lows here. Meanwhile, Intel pushing new highs. That's what we call relative strength, my friends. Yeah, you got to do the 25 wide. Look at the 12-day strikes, Django. They're 25 wide. So if you're trying to do anything in between, you can't do a double calendar because you got to choose the same strike. Man, I must have accidentally went a little bit small on my Intel position. I'm not even up $1,000 on that trade. I did a 30 lot, got in at 146. He's 43.80 on a, what is that, 2 DTE? Hmm. Yeah, using about 4,000 on a 2 DTE. No. Oh, yeah. I should have used a little bit more buying power, but oh well. Still nice trade. I kind of want to get short the Qs here. The Qs are already dropping. Chips are kind of leading the way down. Tesla's going through lows of day. MSTR going through lows. Apple's holding above previous day high. Nvidia hit a new low. All right, indices trying to bounce back up. Intel new highs. Intel is up almost 9%. Yeah, that should have been a bigger trade for me. I've got a 2 lot left. I'll take another one off at $2.50. I loaded up the 603 puts on the Qs on 0 DTE. I'm going to do a starter position on the Qs with those 603 puts. We'll potentially add here. Every little bounce is getting pushed back down right now. S&P's bouncing more than the Qs for sure. I'm going to add some more Qs. Apple kind of showing relative strength now. Netflix is also bouncing back in the green. Nvidia through lows, Meta through lows, Tesla through lows. Intel still holding near highs. S&P's trying to bounce. Russell's trying to bounce. Bitcoin's little bounces are getting pushed back down as well. Russell and S&P still trying to bounce. NASDAQ heading back to lows. See if we can get another little push lower here. New lows on the NASDAQ. I'll put an order at $1.30. Ticked a new low, but popped back up. Intel hit 250, sold another one, so I've got one left. Russell's little bounce coming back down. S&P acting the strongest on this bounce of the three.
Median video, like I said, the key target here for the remainder of the position, right? 50% on low base, and then the next level, 181.23. Is gonna be the next target here for Nvidia. Once again, right? Pattern is going to drop in here and then back down into lows here. You kind of consolidating here, right? But Nvidia can see that.
All right, here's new lows in the Qs. Coming down, filled 130. S&P did not go through lows. Bitcoin is flushing. Qs kind of popped back up after hitting my profit target. My profit target was 130. It got up to 132 on the puts. But they're back to 89 cents with that little bounce. 0 DTE. Very sensitive little guys, those 0 DTEs. I'm going to go ahead and close my last Intel. Filled at 233. Beautiful move. Now let's see if we can get some extension lower with these Q puts. Nvidia is super weak. Still up 2%, but since the open, super weak. Bitcoin trying to bounce right at its pre-market lows.
was solid. We had 8.5.
Q's just kind of chopping here. I'm going to be quick to cut the Q's if we start to bounce here. I mean, even after hitting first profit target, my trade is still a little bit red. I got in with 10, hit 5 on my profit target, but overall the trade is still red with this little bounce. Russell's starting to bounce, S&P's starting to bounce, Bitcoin's starting to bounce. NASDAQ is bouncing less. I'm going to add some back in here. Filled at 91 cents. I'll sell those back out at $1.10 if we get back near lows.
Seen the correlation with the indices and Nvidia thanks to the traded live that just helped me see things badly happen. That's often seen correctly.
Come on, Q's. Let's get one more flush in here. Call it a day. All right, Nasdaq's starting to dip again. Ooh, almost hit my 110. Flashed 109. I need a big, ugly down candle. Big, beautiful, ugly down candle. All right, starting to bounce again. It's just in choppy consolidation here. Would have been nice to shed that ad on that little dip. Bitcoin's bounces still getting pushed back down. Meta still near lows. Tesla at lows. Intel still hovering near highs where I got out. Zero DTEs, definitely seeing some premium decay in this chop. Got my order ready to cut if we start to bounce here. Bitcoin heading back to lows. SPY still a little wicky on the top of this consolidation area. All right, dipping again. Let's see if we can get some follow through here. Tesla going through lows. Tesla all the way back down to previous day high. Meta at lows still. Yeah, yeah, I'm getting the same. I'm seeing the same misprints on Intel. Got one on Microsoft as well. Indices just not making a new low yet. Okay, the S&P is now trying again. It did not break the lows last time the Nasdaq broke lows. Boy, Tesley's been weak since the open. Tesla opened at about 363 and change, down to 348. Meta opened at 606. It's down to 596. I'm going to add some more Qs here for a push through lows. Got filled at 93 cents on those ones. All right, there's a new low. Need a little bit more. Come on, S&P new lows. Just wanting to chop in that range. There we go, 110 filled. Okay, here we go, here we go. I'll try to take some more off at $1.35. S&P had a nice flash through lows. Russell ticked through lows as well. Bitcoin through lows. And popped right back up. Bitcoin coming down hard. I'm only going to need about another 150 points down in the S&P for my DC time machines that expire tomorrow. Just 150. Just another 150 from here. All right, here we come. S&P leading the way now. Come on down. The price is right. Looking for a 135 print. It's trading at about 113. I'm gonna move that to 125. Take some more off at 125 if we can get another little dip. I've got 10 contracts on. Trying to take 5 off and a little bounce. NASDAQ was acting weaker before. Now S&P's acting weaker. Russell acting the weakest. All right, trying again. S&P hit a new low. Russell's putting in new lows. NASDAQ is holding better now. There we go. NASDAQ new low. Getting close to my order. Closer. Warmer. Warmer. Didn't fill. All right, I'm going to take some off here. Tried to take some off. All right, filled some at 116, so I've got 5 left. This move is not moving fast enough for the premium decay on these 0 DTE though. I'm going to go ahead and bail. Filled those last ones at 108. So that's going to be just a small winner. Plus 305 on that trade. I was trading small anyway, but a couple little ads. Made a few shekels. 983 on Intel, 305 on the Qs. I'll take it. All right, all. I'm going to wrap the stream here. Everybody have a fantastic rest of your day. See you in Power Hour. Take care.